Certificate of Qualification for Express Entry. This has been an ongoing topic of discussion on social media for the past 1 week, and in this video we're going to dissect it and we're going to give you the exact correct information with regards to Certificate of Qualification. Welcome back to the channel, guys. In this video we're going to talk about Certificate of Qualification and the resulting 50 points that you get under Express Entry. We're going to talk about what occupations fall under Certificate of Qualification, how to obtain a Certificate of Qualification and what the requirements are, and thirdly and most importantly, the $1,000,000 question, that is, if a truck driver can claim 50 points for a Certificate of Qualification by having their MELT training certificate, and if they would be able to apply for Express Entry with those 50 points or not. A week ago, Immigration Canada posted an update with regards to assessing Express Entry applications, and in this update they specifically mentioned about Certificate of Qualifications and what occupations are eligible for Certificate of Qualifications. After that update, the entire social media went into frenzy talking about the Certificate of Qualification, the 50 points, and given high Express Entry cutoff, this was binge-worthy content for all the viewers, especially when it talked about truck drivers being eligible for 50 points due to their MELT training. So first of all, let's talk about the update that Immigration posted. So here on the screen, you can see the IRCC update. And if you scroll down in the section where it talks about CRS points for Certificate of Qualification, you can see here they have posted an entire list of NOC codes where a Certificate of Qualification may apply. Now with this list, at least they have really clarified a prior doubt that used to be that does a Certificate of Qualification apply to, say, a nursing profession or a medical profession, or whether being an accountant or having a CPA designation count as a Certificate of Qualification. And this has clarified it. A Certificate of Qualification only applies to skilled trade occupations. Certificate of Qualification is issued to specific skilled trade occupations, and IRCC has given this list of all the occupations where a skilled trade criteria is met and where a Certificate of Qualification applies. Now, first of all, what exactly is a Certificate of Qualification? A Certificate of Qualification is issued by either the provincial government or a federal government in some cases for working in skilled trade occupations. After meeting certain requirements, you can be issued the Certificate of Qualification, and you can think of it as an advanced form of licensing to practice that particular trade. With a Certificate of Qualification, you have more credibility, you have met a bar for higher performance in skilled trade, and you will have more opportunities going forth, and hence IRCC awards 50 extra points because they believe that with the Certificate of Qualification you have more chances of success in the Canadian workforce. Now, how exactly can you obtain a Certificate of Qualification? This depends on the trade. However, the general requirements are usually the same for most of the trades, and it involves 3 different things. One is education requirement, second is work experience requirement, and third is a trade certification exam. Once you have met these requirements, the trade certificate issuing authority, be it a provincial body or a federal body, will issue you the Certificate of Qualification for that particular trade. This might be confusing, so let's take an example to understand it better. So on the screen, you can see the certification process for a plumber. This website is Skilled Trade Ontario website, which is the issuing authority in the province of Ontario. This is the authority that issues the Certificate of Qualifications in Ontario, and most of the trades in the province are regulated by this particular authority. So if you look here, there is the apprenticeship program, and this apprenticeship contains in-school training and on-the-job training. In total, it requires 9,000 hours of apprenticeship. In those 9,000 hours, 720 is in-school training, and 8,280 hours of on-the-job training is required. Now, if a normal person works 1560 hours in 1 year, this can take up to 5 to 7 years to achieve. Following that, there is a certifying exam. Once you clear that exam and have met the apprenticeship requirements, then you would be issued a certificate of qualification. Another example of a carpenter here, you can see there's again on-job training and in-school training that comprises the apprenticeship. And for a carpenter, you need approximately 7,200 hours. Following the apprenticeship, then you do an exam, and after that, you're issued your certificate of qualification by Skilled Trades Ontario. For any specific trade, you can get the specific requirements. Google your particular trade followed by certificate of qualification or followed by skilled trade certificate of qualification, and you should be able to go to the respective governing body in your province. For example, in Ontario, it's Skilled Trades Ontario, and they have pretty well documented pages on how you can obtain a certificate of qualification and what the process is. Now, having talked about what a certificate of qualification is and how to obtain a certificate of qualification, now we move on to the most important and for a lot of you the most sought after part of this video, which is, are truck drivers eligible for 50 points through a certificate of qualification? Does the MELT training program count towards certificate of qualification 50 points? Let's find out. So here on the screen, Skilled Trade Ontario website, we have this page for tractor trailer commercial drivers, which is basically a truck driver for most of you. And this page basically has the information about the apprenticeship program, in-school training, on-job training required to be a truck driver. Now, the answer to most of your questions, or the million-dollar question, is right here. It says there is no certifying exam in this particular trade. Hence, Skilled Trade Ontario does not issue a certificate of qualification. If you're in Ontario, this is the answer. For all the other provinces, similar website can be referenced and you can find your answers over there. In short, the MELT program does not stand for 50 points. That does not provide you a certificate of qualification under Skilled Trades Ontario, and you cannot use that to claim 50 points under Express Entry. I really wish it was the opposite. I wish, given the amount of training, given the amount of hard work you have to put into obtaining your driver's license, in obtaining the required training and fulfilling all the requirements to be a truck driver, I really wished you would be able to use all that hard work to gain the 50 points. But at the moment, this is not the case. So if you are being told that you can claim those 50 points, just be careful, because right now the Express Entry system will grant you 50 points without any questions. However, after the ITA, when you submit your application, the application can be refused, and most likely will be refused because of the reasons and because of the things we have talked about in this video. So in summary, in this video, we've talked about certificate of qualification, we've talked about how you can obtain one and whether truck drivers fall under this category and if they're able to claim the 50 points. At the end of the day, for certificate of qualification, you need a lot of experience. In most cases, it's more than 3 years, and that is the PGWP length. So you won't be able to obtain the certificate of qualification throughout your PGWP work permit length, and hence not a lot of people you meet or you find who have a certificate of qualification because of this exact reason. You need to, after obtaining the experience, pass an exam, and then you get this particular certificate. So just be mindful, don't get carried away by the content on media, social media. Don't get carried away by what your friends tell you, what your relatives tell you about this. I hope this video clarifies all those doubts. So that's it for today, guys. I hope this was helpful, and I hope you're able to get some clarity with regards to a certificate of qualification. If you like this video, kindly hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and hit the bell icon. And I wish you the best, and I really hope whatever your Express Entry score is, you make the next cutoff whenever the draw happens, and I really hope the draw happens very soon. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.